Hello, gossiper. Sharona here. So, this is going to be a reality talk segment. We're going to talk Anna Kepner. So, who's Anna Kepner? She was the young teenage lady, I think she was 18, that was found deceased in her cabin on a cruise. She shared the cabin with her two brothers, one biological and a stepbrother, and reportedly they're saying that the stepbrother is the one who took her life. Now, that was already speculated, when the case came out last year. She was found November 7th, and we were just waiting to hear confirmation if he was in fact the one who took her life. So we're going to read this article from TMZ, and what they're also reporting is that he AR'd her before he took her life. When you're telling stories like these, you feel it would touch more if you get to say the actual words, like the R word. That's when you're taking advantage of someone sexually. And the M word, that's when you unalive someone, right? But because of YouTube, there are certain words you can't say anymore. And I think when it comes to real life events, real life stories like these, those words will get to people more, will make you see how serious of a matter the situation is. And I don't think with stories like these they should cut words like those, because it's evil, it's wicked, and we need to know the type of people we're dealing with. So it says, Fed says stepbrother AR'd her before taking her life. It's a disturbing new twist in Anna Kepner's death aboard a Carnival cruise. The feds say her 16-year-old stepbrother AR'd her before taking her life on their family vacation. Anna's stepbrother has been indicted as an adult by a federal grand jury and charged with first-degree M and aggravated sexual abuse, according to federal prosecutors in Florida. The feds only identify Anna's brother by his initial TH and says he's facing a maximum sentence of life if convicted. Anna's stepbrother was originally charged as a juvenile and the criminal case was sealed, but now that he's charged as an adult, there's a superseding indictment with some horrifying allegations. In the indictment obtained by TMZ, the feds claim Anna's stepbrother vaginally penetrated her with his penis by the use of force. Oh my gosh. It's the first time we've seen the feds allege R in connection with Anna's killing. As TMZ reported, Anna died from mechanical asphyxiation. Oh my lord, I can't remember. I'm going to say choking. Asphyxiation? Just choking, let's put it that way. Said the FBI, and they found two bruises on the side of her neck. The feds thought she died from a bar hold, an arm placed around the neck. Anna's body was found November 7th last year in a room she was sharing with her stepbrother. Her body was reportedly wrapped in a blanket and hidden under a bed. A report in the wake of Anna's death claimed her stepbrother had weird infatuation with the cheerleader, alleging climbing on top of her in bed once when she was asleep. So yes, it's good to see that this case is going somewhere, right? Unlike the D4VD and Celeste case, everything is pointing to David and still nothing. Anyways, back to the Anna case. I mean, my gosh, you just don't know who you're living with when your parents, marry someone else with kids. And I mean, it's just sad. It is sad, sad, sad. And I even question too, why was she sharing a room with her two brothers? I can't remember how old the younger one was, but why was she even sharing a room? And the cops were saying that is because like I read, he was infatuated. He wanted more with his stepsister, but she was not having that. And even the boyfriend, her boyfriend, allegedly told them that, she said he climbed on top of her, and things like that. So it's hard to know that you're living with this person, and I don't know if she knew his intention, but when they speak to other people, or I think his mother, and she's like, "Oh no, he loved her as a sister, a big sister. He would never." And it's like there had to be some kind of inkling, right? I think the boyfriend and friends allegedly said that she was concerned. She told a couple people, but nothing was done, because I guess nobody wants to think their child is capable of what he did. And it's like, when people are doing things, do they even think of what the consequences is? Now you're able to walk around free, eat, fart, anything you want, and then you're gonna throw that all away because what, somebody rejected you, and you didn't look into far ahead in the future to go, if I do this, then my life is over. I hope he gets life. It looks like the death penalty is not a option right now, but he needs to get life and stay in there. Anyone who takes someone's life without a reasonable, or just 1,000% proof that the retaliation was not protection of your own, they need to go to life in prison. If not death penalty, take away their life. They still would be able to breathe, watch TV, eat, speak to their loved ones over the phone. But when you take a life, that person's life and the family will never be able to physically be with that person again. So even if a death penalty is not a part of the sentence, give him life so he stays there and rots in the memory of what he did. And hopefully he does have a conscience to really think about it. And everyone throughout this mental abuse, and mentally challenged, that's why. And they need to study people. Gossipers, what are your thoughts?